My first guest tonight, David Brenner, claims to hold the world's record for having appeared on more television talk shows than any other human being in the history of the world. I hope he is right this time. Would you please welcome one of the good guys, Mr. David Brenner. David. Yesterday, you know, I love to play golf, all right? So yesterday, I announced to the staff, I said, the golf season is over, and they said, well, now, do you ever go skiing? I said, you know what's coming. I went skiing once in my life with you when we were married people. Yeah. We went to, what was it, Bill Walker's Motel in the Poconos.
Some little place, yeah.
Yeah, and he and I went down the hill one time, and that was it. No more skiing.
For you, but I became a skier.
Oh, no, you're kidding.
Oh, yeah,
oh,
no, I
the orthopedic surgeons love you.
These are great. I mean, the pimples, I thank you for clearing up the pimples. But as far as skiing, I continued. I just skied this past winter. Oh, I continued. I remember you. You looked very good on the skis until you moved. That's when the whole part you looked like majestic up there. Right? Like this. And I said, all right, let's go down. And the whole thing crumbled.
Now, is it true, really, that you've appeared on more talk shows as a guest than any other person?
Yeah, I read that in the book of lists. And actually, what's interesting, they picked out a period where I did less appearances than I normally do. So if they continued...
I haven't seen you on The Tonight Show for quite a while.
No, I was just on it a couple weeks ago. I'm going to be on it again the 24th.
Oh,
no,
okay.
Yeah, I do that.
Okay.
I do that 12 to 20 times a year, something like that. But altogether, I guess I've been...
That's kind of loose change for you, isn't it? The $500 they pay, just kind of pin money.
Well, yeah, very expensive pins. I mean, that's your career, actually. That's the investment. When I first started doing it, I had no money. My first Tonight Show, I had $3 here in this building. I'll tell you how the mind works. I had $3, and that's all to my name. Now I'm doing the Tonight Show for the first time. All right, let's go. And they walk you down the hall. You're going to go on. You have your 8 minutes, right? I'm walking down the hall, and I said, I can't do it. Wait a minute. They thought I chickened out, because I'm like always cool. I said, I got to go back to the dressing room. They said, no, it's going to be all right. I said, I know it's going to be all right. The $3. I left them in my jeans. All I was worried about, forget the television show, I was just worried about getting ripped off for $3.
Right, hey, cab fare, huh?
I had to get home, so it was a failure. What am I supposed to do, walk?
Of all the talk shows that you've ever been on, and now don't do this to me when I ask this question, what is the worst one, where the guy was totally unprepared, where he was not in command of his faculties at all, and where he just made a complete fool of himself in your presence? Don't you do it to me now.
No, it wasn't.
I've had plenty today. I don't need any more.
I know. No, it wasn't you at all, no. I'll tell you what it was. It was a talk show in Las Vegas, outside of Las Vegas. If you can imagine anything being outside of that little town.
Where was it, Hoover Dam?
Somewhere even worse. They said, do a local talk show. And I said, okay, fine. I was with Sonny Bono then. Sonny and Cher were hot then, and we were working together. They drive us into the desert. An open, it looked like you expected a little plane to be pushed out of it. We walk in, it's hot. There's a dead dog on the floor. A fella says, all right, you all come on together. I'll bring you on. And there's no one else. There's one cameraman is like this. He's standing behind the camera like that. And no one else is there. There's no audience or anything. And it's hot, 115, 120 degrees hot. So he said, I'll bring you on. Now he walks out. He has a record introduce him, right? There's no audience. And now the host of the show, whatever it is, Tom Pipper. And you hear like 10,000 people. And he walks out in front of a curtain and he says, thank you very much. You'll be excited to know that today on the show I have Sonny Bono and David Brenner. We'll be back with him right after this commercial message. Wah! There's no one there, you hear. From the record, wah! Now we sit down and he brings us out. Come on out. And here he is. Comedian David Brenner. Wah! 10,000 people. Now I sit down, and he starts to joke around with me. Well, I know. I tell a joke. You don't hear any laughter. There's no one there. There's a dead dog. So I said, wait a minute. Let's get something straight. I mean, I hate to blow your whistle, but there's no one here but the dead dog and your cameraman. Because I don't want people at home thinking, geez, Brenner came on. They loved him when he walked out, but no one laughed. And it was the worst. The guy had the worst question. It fit the dead dog and everything. I got the worst questions. Everything was wrong.
Do you do the local ones too?
I do I do a lot of local shows because they're funny. They're really funny. They have the teams, you know, the male-female teams.
Oh yes, the boy-girl, very important.
Yeah. You know who's with us today, Barbara? No, who, Harry? And then they pick up something. Someone will pick up something like, you know, you can hit a stick ball, you know, and then they all make me hit a half ball from Philadelphia. And so all around the country, I'm hitting half balls like an idiot.
Yeah.
Right, hit a half ball. Hit it right next town, you know, in Des Moines. Hey, we hear you hit a half ball. Is that right? Yeah, hit a half ball. So I'm leaving half balls all over America. These shows, yeah, I do anything.
But they're helpful if you're playing a city, aren't they? They get the word out.
They're everything. You go into a local town, people see on all the shows. They see on your show. They see me on Douglas and Griffin and Bip and Carson. All. But when they see it on their own show, a lot of people don't watch these other shows. I hate to tell you this, Tom.
I know that.
But there's a lot, yeah, right.
It's been made painfully clear.
No, a lot of people, well, a lot of people watch World War II. It doesn't say it was a great thing to have. So a lot of people don't watch network shows, but they watch a local show. And then I'm plugging where I'm going to be in their town. You know how you know a town is bad? You know how I know a town's going to be boring for me? If the biggest thing in a town is me. You know what I mean? Like you get in a car, you say, take me where the action is, and he drives you to the theater where you're playing.
Let me stop for the commercials. We'll continue with David Brenner right after these announcements.